Hey y'all, hey. Hello. Do I don't know if there you go. I was trying to see because I don't have my mic set up here, y'all. But welcome to the morning chat. I don't have any of my mics set up today um at all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Going on Instagram to put them in so they can be a part of this the morning chat. Episode 13. I hope you all's weekend was wonderful. Hey, okay. Let me go live on Instagram. This is going to be short for real, for real. I got to get out of here and make this money. Okay. Soon as Instagram gets in, then I'll do my official intro. Introducing. Get on in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Get in here, get in here, get in here. All right. Okay, so we are live in both places. So, good morning. Welcome back to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. As you can see, I really don't have that much lighting on. I don't have my backlights on. This is really getting back to basics. Like when I really first started doing morning chats on According to Akara, and no mics, no cars, you know, no lives on YouTube, but it is a live on YouTube. And I don't have nothing written down, no main topic. This is Monday, and what I used to do was do recaps. So we recapping my weekend. Let's talk about it, okay, child? All right, so that's the main topic. That's the 15 minutes of fun that everybody's gonna get. Now, once I do the download and edit it, we're gonna have all that wonderful stuff on my Patreon when I feel like putting it up there because I don't have any Patreon. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had a community that was paying for content, then I'd be like, ooh, let me get some content over there because they're gonna be mad. So, but I will eventually get that in there. Let me tell y'all. So, the morning announcements is nothing. That I don't have no morning announcements. Nothing is available on either channel aside from that what was there before. So, no morning announcements. Okay. So, let's move on to the next thing. I'm just having me some eggs. You know, Auntie have to eat something to keep her iron up, child. But we're gonna tell you about how my iron is important or played a part this weekend as well. So, DoorDash Chronicles. Okay. This DoorDash Chronicles is more like an auntie message of the day. Okay. I'm gonna say this again. This past week, I had people that was ordering food and saying, bring it to, leave it at my door, and they're meeting me down there. Those are blessings. But if you say, hand it to me, be available to hand it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because there can be a glitch in the matrix, a glitch in the system, and this is where the chronicle comes in. This past weekend, I went to deliver an order. It said handed to me. And I couldn't get in touch with the person. For whatever reason, I couldn't get in touch with them. The other tip, if you're going to say, call me, have the number connected to, let the number that you want me to call be the one that is in the DoorDash, or put in the description, this is not my number. Call this person's number to find out the exact address or whatever. If you have any issues, call this person. It is not the same number. Or, oh, you know what? There it is. See, you're getting this. So when I say like back to basics, not having anything written down for sure. DoorDash Chronicles. Go back rewind. DoorDash Chronicles. So I had a couple of orders that I picked up this past week where it was people ordering for someone else. And sometimes and a couple of times it's been to a hospital. Okay. And that's the sweetest thing in the world, is just like that. Is that people, they don't have to go to the store. They call DoorDash to deliver food to the family that is in the hospital waiting for operation results or whatever the situation is. Auntie message of the day. Know the exact address. Know the correct address. I delivered to what was it, Emory Hospital, in Emory University Hospital here in Decatur, Georgia. Right? How about these people work there? It is 1265. I can say because it's a hospital. The address is 1265 Clifton Road in Atlanta, Georgia. It's still, even though it's in Decatur, the address is still Atlanta. It's still somehow in the city of Atlanta. Don't riddle me that. I don't know. How about these people who work there put East Clifton Road, which it took me not to the hospital. Took me not far from the hospital, but it took me to the wrong address. That messes up the whole look. I mean, if there was a Achilles heel to the DoorDash system, it is a wrong address. Because it says going here, but knowing the address is incorrect, because they mentioned in their description that we'll meet you in the emergency room valet area. The address they gave me led me to a house. So I knew, because I delivered to the wonderful employees of Emory University Hospital. Thank you for your service, by the way, for taking care of people in whatever capacity you do it. But know your address where you at, B. Okay, because it throws it off. So I, knowing that this is probably the hospital, tried to call the customer. They don't pick up. They don't pick up. They don't pick up. And I'm like, okay, I know it's the hospital because I know it's not the house. So I proceeded to go to the hospital. And then there was something going on in the app. So I'm trying to call DoorDash support. But it was something that was, I don't know what glitch was going on. I don't know what was happening. Maybe the fact that now you all can tip after the delivery now with DoorDash. So miss me with, I don't tip before I get my food or my services. Now you have, if you do DoorDash, you have no excuse. So miss me. If you don't tip, you just don't flip and tip. Just admit it. Okay? So I go to the correct address. They meet me outside. I'm telling them, hey, you had me at a house. Because remember, it's not East Clifton Road. They might have been new students or something like that. But then, yeah, the address you gave me, babies, that was not it. Okay. So, yeah, know the address where you're doing, because it really messes up their system. I may not know if another person would have left it at that house. Okay. And there would be no recourse for you. How you doing, Lisa? There would have been no recourse for you because the address you put it in is where it was left. Okay? So just do that. I promise you. Not every DoorDasher is going to do what I do and make the effort to find you and get to the correct address. And the same thing when you're ordering for someone. If you're ordering for someone, make sure you know the exact address and put that person's phone number in the description, or at least ask if it's okay, so that we can call and get the correct address. Because oftentimes you may think one thing and the address is somewhere else, or whatever the situation is. Because I've had that situation as well, where someone from out of town DoorDash something for their cousin who was sick in the hospital. Okay, they gave me the wrong hospital based off of where their aunt was staying, not based off of where their cousin was actually hospitalized. So I ran all around. Thank God that all the Emory's and stuff like that are kind of close together in Decatur. And I found them. You know what I'm saying? But I could have been just fine leaving it at the other hospital on a counter somewhere and telling them, come get it. So just make our jobs easier. Yeah, I'm eating some eggs. I'm having breakfast now. I'm about to hit this road once I get off of here. So make it easy for us, please. Or make it assured that you get delivered. Let me forget about making it easy on us. Fuck us. Okay? Get the proper directions. Get the proper address of where the people are, number one. Number two, so the tip is this. One, give the correct address. Make sure it is the correct address of where you're going. Two, make sure that you have a phone number so that we can call and get help to find you. Okay? And answer it. Okay? That part. Okay, so let's move on from the DoorDash Chronicles. What you say? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not. Okay. Thank you. I said, how can you say not to read it? I had to read it because I saw it there. I thought it was a question, but it's all good. I got you, girl. Any rate, and yes, if you are here on the channel, clock in. Clock in. Say something. Comment. I talk to you. Okay. You can make this whole thing. Oh, you can make this whole thing go over the time I'm supposed to do if you chime in. I love to talk to people, okay? As my friend was saying. So moving on to from the DoorDash Chronicles. Y'all got that tip, right? Okay. Now, let's talk about the short chat. There is none. I have no short chats. I told you this is going to be a real quick one. I'm back to basics. This is literally off the dome right now, but I have no short chats per se because I have no real, I don't have something that to address that I didn't because I really wasn't watching YouTube like I would have in another, I wasn't on the radar. I had something else that was going on this weekend. So there really no short chat here. It's nothing that I want to touch on. Now let's let's get into the 15 minutes of fun and talk about the main topic. It's just recapping my weekend. So this weekend, it I went to Sarasota, Florida, Brindleton, Fort Florida, Sarasota, Florida, to bury a dear kickball superhero. Okay, his kryptonite was cancer. F cancer. You know what I'm saying? Um, and isn't it crazy that it seems like in funerals and weddings will bring out everybody except for the ones that really wasn't going to come anyway, right? But how those events, it's like a funeral. You can how it's I mean, like, I feel wrong to say I had a good time at a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tiff. But I had a good time. But it's not because I was like communing with the family and all that. It's Florida. Okay? It is Florida. Damn it. Florida to me has the spirit of vacation written all over the state, especially the further south in Florida you go. It is a vacation. I feel bad though. Every time I feel bad because it was a funeral that we went to. But again, I've been there in a work capacity and felt like vacation. Okay. And I have land in Florida, so I can move to Florida. Y'all, I don't want to live in Florida. I just want a vacation there. Good morning, Tiff. Thank you for chiming in. I really like this. Y'all really I tell you, this just gives me a whole inspiration when people chime in and they comment. Um, I love it. But going back to the funeral thing, like I really needed this vacation, but it wasn't about me. Okay. Like, I mean, if it was up to me to get the hotel room and drive my car or rent a car and go down to Sarasota, I probably would not have been at their funeral. I want to give big up to a friend of mine in kickball who gave me the ability or got me there. My friend, still, um, Mr. Hamid, okay, one of Angelo Belvin's closest friends, especially in kickball. They were oftentimes not seen apart. He provided for me. He paid for everything. He rented the car. He booked the motel. We'll get to that. The motel room. He paid for all food. It was just a one night in Sarasota, which that that is my travel. That's going to be on the travel vlog because I did do some vlogging while I was there. I did not do the funeral because I don't, come on, that's not my place to put someone else's funeral stuff out there. I just don't. I'm not the one. I'm just giving you a little bit of whatever. And I really, be honest with you, and I don't. I honestly hope he does not see this. But if he does, it is what it is. He's not a big social media person, but I went in my spirit. I knew I was going to support him, even though I knew Lo and I miss Lo. I wasn't as close to him as Amin was. Okay, and some other kickballers were. Um, so I kind of just went there to be a support. I couldn't have that brother drive all the way down to Florida, which he did. He did drive all the way. Oh, and thank you for that too. He drove all the. He was a gangster with it, as he called himself, because neither one of us got any sleep. Neither me nor him went to sleep Saturday until like 3. He was up from Friday morning till Saturday afternoon, and me as well. So, and unusually, okay, I'm like, in my spirit, I knew I needed to be there for him on that drive, even though it was like 7 hours. It was less than 8 hours drive away just to be a support. Now, I am booty when it comes to being in the passenger seat, okay? Normally. This time, I was up, I'm acting silly. I'm trying to, I'm engaging him in a conversation. He's engaging me in conversation, which made it easier for him to drive. I don't do that. I am Snore City if I'm in the passenger seat. If I'm not driving, I'm these. And that's not as nice as my snores is more like like you start in the what you call it, chainsaw. That's me. Okay. But that's usually me in the passenger seat. So God really blessed me to be able to stay up. And how my iron pills played in, I realized at the end of the trip, it was my iron pills. If your iron is low, you tend to be tired, easily going to sleep, so on and so forth. I usually go to sleep. Whatever. But my iron pills, I had taken my iron pills. I'm getting up because I was trying to give plasma. Okay. But in my 3 nights in Vegas, I had some synthetic marijuana. That Delta 8 stuff, which prevented that. That's $900 just because I smoked one synthetic weed. Man, bull. That's some crap. Right. So you understand what I'm talking about, Tiff. So I'm there. We having riveting conversations. It was a good time. I got to know a friend better. It was sunny and warm, 80 something degrees. I had grouper for the first time, or at least knowingly. Almost went to the beach, but we was tired as hell. Okay. We almost went to the beach. Now let me tell you, so we get there. This is one thing I don't like about funerals, and I love my Black people, and I love being Black. But what I don't like about my people is our homegoing services. Okay, we be doing a whole lot. Even though this service wasn't long and drawn out, I think it could have been shorter. Because we have a tendency to make it about us when we talk. It's like, and then this. I could see in the spirit how this is This looks like a field of harvest. I mean, a field that is, like a farm that has a field of vegetables and fruit that's ready to harvest to try to bring people to the Lord. But people are mourning their loved ones being gone to the other realm. Because I don't believe that anyone goes, they're just in a whole nother, they're in the spirit realm now. In the good spirit realm or the bad spirit realm. Okay. But they're still here. They're just in the spirit. I mean, not like ghosts, but you know what I mean. Anyway, they too busy having on the streets of gold. They're electric sliding on the streets of gold right now. So they ain't worried about us. Okay. Jesus know how to keep them occupied. Okay. But all the singing and we're not no crying here. No, we ain't gonna cry. We're celebrating life. I said, shut up. I am. You know what I'm saying? And when I say I am, I still felt the mourning. They missed that person in the physical realm. How are you gonna tell them it's not the time to cry? That irritated me. It was like I felt like the presiding pastor was trying to change the energy like it was a concert or a stand-up. All right, let's get the energy up. Okay, it's like it's like they are mourning their person. People are mourning. Nobody wants to sit up there and shout. Okay, number one. Some do. Some people are happy. And it wasn't until the little sister went up and she's like, it felt more sincere that I am happy for my brother because he was born again before he died, because they told the story about how he got born again, and how he trusted and leaned on the Lord. That was that part that I'm getting a little teary now of how he trusted in God, that he knew that he was going to be good no matter what the end result was, that he was good. He know that is the testimony we needed to hear. Okay, not all we doing this. You don't even know this dude. It wasn't until his sister that got up there who took care of him, who was the nurse. That's like when I had she explained, I really and then later on we spoke to her and she was like, that was really how I felt. I woke up this morning with joy, and that was the story. That was real. We could have ended the funeral service with that. Okay, but then you got to have somebody singing some solo. And clearly the woman didn't want to do it. And what was so clear about it was she said it. She said she didn't want to do it. Okay, but since I'm here and they didn't call my ass out, she didn't say that, but I'm giving her, I'm cussing for her. She did not cuss in the house of the Lord. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And she sang beautifully. Indeed. Lisa says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto your own understanding. You don't have any idea how much that I needed to hear that. And it has nothing to do with this funeral. But anyway, so so I had that, and it was a little bit longer. You had a lot of people talking about their experience with him. But then there was some that was like, sit down. We don't need to hear you riffing badly. But all in all, it was shorter than I expected, but it was longer than I wanted because I was tired. Okay. And of course, you had the food, the repast. We didn't eat there. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Oh God, please forgive me. I hope no one gets mad, but we was just trying to go and check into the room because at this point now it's 2:30. We sat around. We talked to some of the other kickballers that showed up. So I was surprised at who showed up. I'm not surprised. We didn't have as many people that I expected to be there, but a lot of us here in Atlanta, we had a tribute kickball um, event a couple of weekends ago. So I guess some of them was like, I went to that to show my support or whatever. But I just thought there was more people that were closer to Low that would have been there. But we talked to a couple of people. We hugged the sisters. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to. One of the sisters was trying to go to the beach because that's something that Low did. And I'm like, in my mind, it's like, I'm down. Okay. But my ride down was like, but I'm not though. I am tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. And I don't like the beach. So, I mean, like he would have went because he knew that's what Low like. You know what I'm saying? Just to be there, but he doesn't really, and I get it, some people don't like the water. And he's one of those people. And it's like I'm gonna go where my ride go, okay? Because if they paying for everything and I have to do nothing, I'm going with the person that I came with so I can come back home. Thank you and good night. Not that I believe that my friend would have left me. He would not have left me, but I didn't want to make anything more difficult than it was. Plus, I was tired too. I ain't gonna lie. I was tired too. But I sure enough would have went to the beach. But on the other hand, too, they was talking about getting some drinks. And then that really perked up. I was like, drinks? Mm-hmm. But then I would have had to drive back and all that stuff. And I'm like, nah. So let's talk about the motel we're staying in. Let me tell you something. Tip ladies, if you ever traveling by yourself, don't stay in a motel. I would have never stayed at this motel. It would never even been on my radar as a woman. Okay. But because I was with him and he is licensed to carry, I felt safe. Okay. But it was funny enough, this is it's called the Shore Stay by Best Western. Okay. For a motel, all motels are seedy. I'm gonna tell you that, Tiff. To me, all motels are seedy. I haven't seen a nice motel since the 80s back in the day, where you can go to the Howard Johnson or something like that. That was kind of like the higher end motel. But all motels, if you ask me, is seedy. Okay. Now there's some seedy hotels. Okay. But we ain't talking about that. Um, but he wasn't trying to spend a lot of money, which I get. We was only staying one night. But it wasn't bad for a motel, to be honest with you. It really wasn't bad. It had a little pool. I didn't go to it. Okay. Um, had a refrigerator, microwave, the basic everything. Auntie brought her cleaning products. Okay, I'm gonna do that for a hotel or a motel. I don't care what end it is. I be hearing they don't be doing a good job on cleaning. So I brought my Lysol wipes, but it wasn't bad. And the bed slept pretty good. I wasn't really ready to go when we left. It was okay. I checked for bed bugs and all that stuff before I laid myself down. And I always take a towel of my own, even if I'm in a motel, to use from. I like to use my own. And I like to have a towel that I can lay down on my towel, not their towel, my own towel to lay on the bed if I don't bring a sheet or a blanket or something to just lay on top of their sheets because I be bare butting these my home sheets. Okay, man, I don't even bare butt my home sheets. Let me stop lying. I have a bed towel that I put down. I don't like bare butting. You know what I'm saying? I know that's just. I'm sorry. I don't like bare button, but I like being clothesless. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is what it is. But I don't go, especially I don't care about who. I could be staying in the W. Okay, I'm not bare but nobody's sheets. Okay. I used to do that too. Tiff said that I don't even get under their covers, especially in a motel. I like to bring my own towel and lay down on the bed. Yes, I do that. Shut up! I am a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo, Lisa. I believe that is very true. I am a weirdo like that. But yeah, maybe when I was younger, bare butting all them sheets, but now bring my own. If towels, I have my towel, my what. I don't use none of that stuff. Now the higher end the hotel and the hotel, like I'm a Hilton's member, so I will definitely use their towels. But if it's not Hilton, and it depends on the Hilton too, because some of them Hampton Inns be kind of a little raggedy too. Okay, they be raggedy too, but I still like to bring my own towel. We got our pocketbooks, and I ain't talking about the one we wear on our shoulders. It's sensitive, okay? What if they have the wrong type of detergent? You done set your pocketbook, okay? And I'm using things because I don't know if a kid will run across this. Okay, Marriott is also a very good one. That's right. We all are quirky. You're right. We all are quirky, Lisa. We all have our whole thing. The Marriott is a good one too. I'll stay in Marriott too. Wyndham though. Wyndham. I used to be Wyndham. Wyndham is kind of on the low end when it comes to hotels, if you ask me. Now, certain ones are really nice, but Marriott's, Hilton's, Hyatt. I've been in a bad Hyatt. But let's get back to the thing. But it was nice for a hotel. It was perfect for a stay. I wouldn't have stayed 2 nights. Okay, we would have been going to the Hampton Inn down further down the street. I was like, look, I can't really afford it like that, but nigga, we going to the Hampton Inn. Down, I remember, I'm pretty sure it's maybe like $100 for a night. I can DoorDash real quick and let me get the car for a few minutes. You can ride along. Um, but yes, what was I gonna say? The Marriott, not the Marriott, because I was reading the comments. I would have give me the DoorDash. Let me change my location on DoorDash. Give me the car. Okay. You can ride if you want to. Okay. I would have DoorDash that $100 up so we can stay in the Hampton Inn. Okay. Do not play with me. With tears in my eyes. No, I'm so sad you're gone. I'm so sad you're gone, Lord. I'd have been like, I'm picking up for Berea. Okay. Don't play. Don't play. My job could be done everywhere. Okay. Yes, I would dash real quick. Real quick. And don't play with me. I thought about it for a minute. It's like, I could dash real quick and we can stay at the Hampton. But I was like, nah. No, 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 no. But I did think about it because I'm a crazy ass Capricorn and I'm always thinking about the dollar bill, y'all. Lord help me, Jesus. Pray for your sister because I'm always thinking about the dollar. Always. It's always comes down to what's the dollars and the cents? What's the yen? Okay, what's the euro? How many euros are you giving me? Okay. What are we exchanging here? You know, but it's a gift and a curse. Okay, if I was really thinking about good money, I'd be in a studio right now filming these bad boys, but it's all right. It's whatever. But yeah, so it was not seedy as I expected, but it was a good, nice little one night stay in Sarasota. It was beautiful palm trees, green leaves, colors in the fall, happiness the spring. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's Dwelle. But yes, and that's all I was thinking about was palm trees. Was Dwelle that song because I'm seeing palm trees, the sunny outside, yo. I felt like I was at the beach, even though I wasn't at the beach. I felt like I was on spring break for a minute. And selfishly, I told I pray. I was like I needed to be driving and making money this weekend, but I also needed this break. And I pray to God that I don't suffer because I took this break. Because I could have stayed home. I could have let that brother, I could have let him drive by himself. He didn't force me to do it. But I needed that break. I needed to be, it was a little mini, teeny, tweensy, tiny little vacation necessary, and I think it's really important, even if you just take a day. Like we were talking and he was like, I can see myself, I only have one more child to get through school. And the other one is that child stays with their mom. I might be taking, take a weekend or take a day off and just go somewhere and take a break. It is needed. That's right. Okay, so good music. That's Dwayne, and Dwelle Gardner from Detroit. Okay. You always need a break. I think we try to be like China or the Asian countries where they work, and they also go crazy. Okay. You do need to stop and smell the roses every now and again. Fuck them bills. I said what I said. Okay. They're going to get paid. God loves me. He's going to make sure everything is taken care of. Now, next, if tomorrow I'm like, I have to move, I don't have my rent for next month. Okay. Trust me, I will be back. I'll come back and like, Lord, my lights is off. I said, so I'm doing this in the dark, y'all, because my lights got cut off, but we still positive. God got me, But in my experience, God always works it out in the end. Okay. Yes, you do. He never has failed me to be able to come back and be able to do what I need to do. It's, God loves me. He's responsible for me. He put me in these apartments. He's going to be the one that is going to open the door for me to leave. Or I got the car. He gave me the car. He's going to put me in a position now. And God knows that I make stupid decisions, that I choose to take a break instead of making money so I could pay my bills. Okay. God knows. We are too lazy. We're too lazy. Too many people think like me. How much money am I going to make? Oh, you want me to do that for that? Yes, Americans are too lazy to be like Asia and those places that, you know what I'm saying, work all their whole country is about work, and we ain't talking about Trinidad and Tobago where. Oh, wait a minute. Is Rihanna from Trinidad? Is she Trini? Is Rihanna? Is she Trini? She's Barbados. I'm sorry, but Trinidad is a part of Barbados. I know you know this answer, Lisa. Listen, I'm sitting up here in the comments. I have comments to read, y'all. I got comments. YouTube, y'all gonna have to catch up. That's true. We don't take vacation because we don't have money to spare. That's very true. That's very true, Lisa. Yes, they do. Tiff. They take that. It's like it's mandatory that they have to take like several weeks in other like in Europe. They have to take long vacation. They have to. They have to take long vacations. It's like we have to be to work. Y'all have to be to work, but y'all have Barbados. Thank you. She is from Barbados. Um. Okay. No, Trinidad is not a part of Barbados. They're not. I'm thinking Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. Thank you, Lisa, for helping me out here. They're in the vicinity. I mean, Trinidad is not just a West Indian country in the same vicinity. So they Barbados. Yes, that was it. That was it. Thank you for the help. Okay, and please, I don't know. I was wrong. Barbados is not a part of Trinidad. Not a part of Trinidad. We have an aficionado on West Indian culture because she's partially West Indian. Thank you, Lisa. She know about that. When we going on our girls' trip to Trinidad? You say whenever you plan it. You know we ain't got the money to go on vacation. We American. We American. We don't. We can't afford to go on vacation. That's why we robbed Peter to pay Paul. We was talking about that, but anyway, I, I can't stay on here. I gotta get ready to go make the money, make up the money that I made. I didn't make this Saturday and Sunday, but I did have a good time. Sarasota is really beautiful, actually. It's very white though, from what I saw. But maybe I just didn't go to where the black people were in Sarasota. But it was very white, very very white. Okay, but it was very beautiful. Right, rob Peter to pay Paul and hope that Sue don't find out. Hello. That is the truth. But we need to we need to take Sue out so she don't. The only way we can do it is we take her out. We gotta take her. Okay, now see. I've been watching Ghost, the Ghost series. Not Ghost series. It's the spinoff of Power. I've been watching those shows too much. We gotta take her out. We gotta take her out so she can't get mad. um, but all in all, it was a much needed break for me. I feel like I was a good support. I drove on the way back. I drove us into Atlanta. I mean, he started driving, and it's like he was still tired. He was still tired. I had rested. So, and since I didn't drive in, I mean, it's only fair for me to drive back. I mean, drive most of the way back. I would say most of the way back. I drove us into the city, and oh wait a minute. Oh, I was about to let y'all go. It's this place going south on 75 called Buc-ee's. It is QT can't even see Buc-ee's. Okay, it's not a rest stop, it's a gas station. It's like QT on steroids. They had, oh my God, I had a brisket breakfast wrap. No, Buc-ee's. Bucces. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Their mascot is a beaver. Hold on. Okay. Now that was bad. I went off camera for a minute. Buc-ee's. This is it is a super rest stop. They had pastries. They had when I say pastries, I'm talking about pastries, not donuts. Okay? Not those. I'm talking about these motherfuckers bacon. They had brisket sandwiches, barbecue sandwiches. They had the brisket breakfast wrap was amazing. It was amazing. I say, when you keep talking about Stuckies, I'm talking about Buc-ee's, nigga. This is not a restaurant. This is a whole restaurant. It's like pumps for gas for days. They have all these they got food, they got desserts. Like the word on the street is people in it's in Warner Robins actually. It's huge. It's in Warner Robins, I believe that was the part of Georgia it was. I had just found out the weekend before at the kickoff, they were talking about, oh yeah, I like to go down there. Blah. People really be making trips down to Buc-ee's just to go to Buc-ee's. Better than Wawa. Wawa's can't see Buc-ee. Okay? When I tell you, and then they had a whole wall of jerky. What kind of flavor you want in jerky? What's the flavor you want? They got it. Okay, they had a plate over. They had a section where they had the different. You can get the jerk, the jerky, like you can get them by the pound, or you can go to the wall of jerky and get you a bag. Let me tell you, all kinds of jerky. They had grills. They had. Let me tell you, I heard people dress up on Friday night and Saturday nights to go to Buc-ee's. Okay, it's like a Walmart, but not now. The time we went, it was in the morning time when we got there, so I don't know if any characters show up there. But let me tell you something: people be dressing up to go out to Buc-ee's. It's a good time. You know, all they need is like a what they call them, a Ferris wheel. That's what we used to call it. Now they call it some other type of wheel, a view wheel or whatever. That's all they need. They need something, a ride, okay? And it's an amusement park. Put some tables out there and get some waitresses, child, on skates. Oh, child, ooh, and a DJ. But yeah, so I got me a little something to commemorate my Buc-ee's experience, my little keychain thingy. So yes, I experienced Buc-ee's. If you're in Warner Robins, you want to check it out. You know, it is a good time. I didn't get to see Buc-ee and take a picture with Buc-ee because they be having the mascot out there, and people be taking pictures with Buc-ee, and I didn't get it. But it is what it is. But I went there, and it was wonderful. Now, y'all, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go and make this money, as Cardi B used to say. I don't even think she say that now. She's classy now, huh? Is she classy? Anyway, I will see you tomorrow for the morning chat, God's willing, and the creek don't rise, and they don't kick me out my apartment because they not, because God loves me. And as y'all can see, I'm talking a lot more to Instagram because there's people commenting. So subscribers, subscribe and watch me on YouTube so I can be talking to y'all too. So y'all have a good one. I'll call you later, Lisa. Tiff, we gotta hook up. sometime. I haven't even looked at the Maxwell tickets. Okay. But I'm it's in my mind. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day and see you tomorrow at 8:30. Bye. Bye, y'all.